Hello everybody, it's Claire here from My Creative Spirit with a new product launch to share with you, or new to our website. It is Scrapmir's Time to Dream, a fabulous collection all about Alice, with the most amazing images and beautiful colours. So let me take you through what's available and then I'll show you some samples that I've put together. So each paper pack, and there is a 12 by 12 and an 8 by 8 pack available in the collection, has 10 sheets of double-sided paper and the weight is 190 GSM. And colours are oranges and teals, beige, browns, in a beautiful mix. And you'll see it's all about Alice, that the images have been taken straight from the book. So true life Alice and her adventures imagery. So we've got this gorgeous teal paper here with Alice looking longingly, maybe not, at the cat, the Cheshire Cat, sitting in the top of the tree. And we've got all the faded out images and some of the long tail. If you're familiar with Alice in Wonderland, you'll know the famous long tail, and it squiggles down the side of this sheet. And then on the back, the lovely Harlequin pattern in a sort of a light and dark brown. And then a gorgeous sort of orangey red. It's not red, it's not orange, it's sort of a bit tomatoey, faded around the edge with Alice just about to open the door. She's obviously been shrunk. And then on the back of that one, those gorgeous keys. Perfect if you love fuzzy cutting, but a great background paper as well. And then a lovely brown faded paper with the flowers coming in around the edge. And then a deeper red. It's actually a patterned paper. I don't know if I bring it nearer the camera whether you can see, but it does have a fabulous pattern on it, sort of checked diagonal. So I really love that one. And then the gorgeous roses on a sort of hint of a teal background. I think this is my favourite paper in the collection. So again, beautiful to cut out, but just a stunning sheet in its own right. And then on the back, a deeper brown with little red hearts dotted all around. And again, they're sort of hidden, so I don't know if you can see them if I bring them up to the camera. Really subtle in the background. And then Alice, frightened by the pack of cards that is flying through the air, the rabbit jumping out of the way, and then just a hint of the florals around the edge. And then lots and lots of chess pieces on the back of that one. The same florals as the orange, but in the beige. So we've got red roses, white roses. And then that one is just plain beige on the back, again with a hint of script in the background and some swirly images. And then the teal with the Mad Hatter's Tea Party and the chessboard at the bottom and the tree and the roses as well. I love how the hint of roses feeds through the collection. So we've got Alice and the Dormouse, the Mad Hatter and the March Hare. And then on the back of that one, all of these fabulous bottles, again perfect to cut out and layer up. They all say drink me in different sizes. And then the White Rabbit looking at his watch in a lighter teal. So there is a blend of sort of greeny bluey teals in the collection that work really beautifully together. And this one has a hint of clocks all the way around the edge, and then a whole page of clocks on the back. And then no Alice collection would be complete without a set of cards. And there's lots of images on here: the Queen of Hearts, the Cheshire Cat, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the Dodo, the Dowager, the Cat again, and some playing cards as well. And Alice just about to play croquet with the flamingo. Love it. And then the backs have all got keyholes on them. And then right at the back, a whole page of cutouts, which again are fabulous for layering and adding dimension to your project. And then a deeper checked paper. It's almost grey, this one, grey browny. It's really hard to sort of depict the colour, but a beautiful sheet of paper. I've not worked with Scrapmir papers before, and I was really, really pleased with how they glued down, how they cut on the paper trimmer. They are really lovely to work with. So that's the 12 by 12. And then if you're a lover of smaller paper collections, there is the 8 by 8 version. So great for your card making. And all the images have been shrunk, just like Alice. So just a smaller version. So I'll just whiz through these so you can see the designs again in the red. And really how well they work together when you look at the colours. I was really, really pleased with how they layered. And it's not always obvious when you look at a paper collection how those papers are going to work together, but they do, they really do. I love the cards here. So great for making pop-ups, lovely florals for adding dimension, nice background papers to layer on. Teeny weeny tea party going on there, smaller bottles. Loving the rabbit and the clocks, and of course all the tiny cards and the tiny cutouts. So again, perfect sizing for your cards and smaller projects. And then to go with the collection, we have got extra sheets just to stretch the papers, because 10 papers if you're making large projects don't always go that far. So we do have extra sheets of the 12 by 12 cutouts, again with that lovely grey colour on the back, and extra cards, so they're available as single sheets. And then we have got an 8 by 8 cutout sheet of little envelopes, and let's just bring them in. When they're all cut out, this is what they look like. That one's got a nice little tag in of the rabbit, and then the little Alice pocket. So beautiful, and again perfect for those smaller projects. And then we do have the elements. These are the layerable elements, all cut out, 39 pieces of florals, keys, words and the characters. Again, fabulous for dimension. And chipboard, and I only had this one sheet of chipboard. I've used some of them, but I've left some of them in so that you can see how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 chipboard elements, again, to add fabulous dimension to your projects. And then when everything is layered together and made into a project, this is what it looks like. So let's talk you through our notebook holder first. I've just taken flat sheets of paper, kept this quite flat. It's a book or a notebook holder, so it's going to go in a bag on a shelf. So I've really kept the front simple with a cutout on the front. I've used a 12 by 12 paper with Alice looking through the door at the bottom. And then just decorated the front of our craft notebooks with the papers to match the covers. So I've gone for the blue with the long tail down the side here. They've just been stuck on with glue, and I've left the inside plain. Alice looking up towards the Cheshire Cat, but he's not there. And those lovely flowers peeping through the edge of the paper. And then the deep red paper on this notebook, and then the teal with the clocks on the back. and finished it off with the clock paper right on the very back cover. So that makes a lovely gift or notebook for yourself. And then I've taken one of our book boxes, mini album and book box, and I'll put the link to everything below so that you can see, take a look at the products, and decorated it completely. So there's no PDF for this. I've just taken the paper collection, worked it together so that you can see what it looks like. So we've got all of the elements on the front. We've got some of the cutouts and some of the pre-cut die-cut elements all layered up. I've even used some of the packaging in the background. We've got the clock at the top and the flowers, and then down the side one of the cutouts that says "Open Me." This is just over 2 inches deep, so a really nice box project. And then opening it up, it's got 2 sides that open out. I've popped Alice on the inside cover with the Cheshire Cat, and this is one of the cutouts. It says "We're all mad here." And then the rabbit, Follow the White Rabbit, on the other side. And then that added a little bit of glitter and some teeny weeny hearts that I had in my collection, because hearts are a big theme throughout the story. And then the little album comes out. So right in the centre I've got the Cheshire Cat at the top, a pocket to add a little bit more into the box. It's got a nice deep pocket at the bottom, and then that lovely frog with his invitation, and again one of the cutouts on the front here, and a little chipboard piece. And there I've combined the lovely teal red and that, not teal red, the deep red and the teal. I love how those work together. So that's the box, and it all folds up. There is a magnetic closure in there as well. And then for the little album that goes inside, I've combined the 12 by 12 and the 8 by 8 papers, the cutout elements and the chipboards, and then some of my own product. So a square die here to make the shaker window. I've got some little hearts and beads in there, which I thought were really appropriate, and just made a little montage for the front there, combining the deep red and the teal colours. And we've got a cutout that says "Dream" on the front. And then inside you can see how gorgeous all these papers look when they're worked together. So we've got a nice deep pocket and a little tag. I've made all the tags the same size, so some of them go that way, some of them go that way, and then I've put the cutouts on them, so they just slide into the pocket there. A little chipboard piece here, and some of those gorgeous little cards in one of those mini envelopes next to Alice. I love the little cards, and the teeny weeny ones are just adorable, and they just pop in the pocket like that. And then opposite, I've used that gorgeous floral paper in the 8 by 8 and some of the larger cards with one of the cutouts to make the pocket. Pop the Cheshire Cat up there, and then created a little tag from the clock paper with one of the cutouts on the front, and that just slides in the pocket. And then we've got a nice tag in the page that pulls out for photos. Let's just pop it back in. And then on the next page, again, I've gone for those teals. I've got the tea party down here if I take the tags out, one of the large chipboard pieces and one of the cutouts, and the tea party. So again, that's the 8 by 8 paper, perfect for this little album. It fits just right on the pages. And then the 2 tags, we've got the rabbit, time for tea, and the background paper matches the chipboard. And then a little tag here with, or photo mat, with one of the cutouts on. It makes a little pocket for little cards to go in, and that just slides under there. So I was just being really creative with this album and having fun working those colours together. So you can see that one blends with the oranges and the teals. This one is the diamonds and the teals, And then I've just got a plain photo mat that slides in between the page. If I can get it in properly. And then I've gone for the reds and the teals on this page. So if I take the photo mats out, you can see what the page looks like. So I've picked up the reds from the rabbit and used the lighter of the red papers with the lighter of the teals. Little chipboard piece, one of the cutouts here, little chipboard piece on this side, and 2 little cards that fit in there, and then a chipboard piece at the top for the pocket, and 2 cutouts for the tags. So they're quite cute when it all goes together. And then a nice chessboard or chess piece photo mat there, just plain on the back, and that just slides into the pocket between the page. And then flipping over, I've gone for the sort of beigey colours and the teal. I love how that works. And again, just mixed and matched the chipboard pieces, the cutouts, and the rabbit from the 12 by 12 paper. We've got the dodo, he was a cutout element, and this one is cut out of the paper. So I really love how all of that works together. So now you can start to see the different colourways that you can create from this paper collection. And the last of the photo mats has the white roses, which I thought blended really well with the colourway on that page set. So let's just pop it back in the right place. And then right at the back, I've gone quite dark with the dark greys and the teals. We've got the 8 by 8 paper here with the rabbit on, a leftover piece that had the cat on, which was the piece cut from here, that paper, and then one of those lovely little envelopes with the rabbit tag, a chipboard piece, and 2 little tags with the cutouts from the paper. And that completes the little book. You can't add too much to it because it fits in the box, but a really lovely little album, Alice themed, to pop ephemera and little pictures in, that really does work the papers beautifully, I think. I had great fun making that. So I'll put pictures to the project on the blog, and I'll also put the links to all of the papers and the box an album set if you're interested in buying that, down below in the description under the video. I hope you've enjoyed that walkthrough. I hope I've inspired you to create with this gorgeous paper collection. Thanks very much for watching. Do give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe to my channel, and then you'll be kept up to date with new products and projects as they come out.